I appreciate you clicking on this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff down below helps a ton. Thank you guys so much that are watching every week and doing all those things and sharing. It really means a ton. I can't thank you guys enough. Go check out rainbowbikes.com. Use R Woods at checkout to save you some money on a great e-bike. Also, go check out fishing stuff in Sherwood, Arkansas. Bows, bow techs, sights, arrows, all that stuff. You won't regret it. Appreciate you. All right, so I've had this Darton Tritech for less than 24 hours, and we're already going to make some changes. So if you watched the other video and you paid attention, we had issues with this sight, UltraView UV Slider 2, one of the probably the best sight on the market right now. It would not fit on this pick mount, so we had to make a change, an alternate. Luckily, I had a HHA with a UV2 at the house already. I shot this sight last year. I had issues. I just didn't like. There's certain things I didn't like about it last year. The third axis gave me fits last year, and when you're shooting 120 yards or whatever, that's a problem. So I thought, well, I'll rock this for a little while, and I'll eventually, figure out a solution, or I might shim it or something and run this. But over time, I just finally thought, you know what? I'm just going to get a new sight, the Spot Hog Boonie, throw it on there, and just be done with it. Set it, forget it, be done with it. So I got a Spot Hog Boonie. We're going to swap this out. We're going to get it re-zeroed for this, get our measurements again for our precision cut software, so we can finally get a sight tape in, because we're 4 weeks away from the first Shot 3D event. So we got some work to do. Also, go check out Fishing Stuff in Sherwood, Arkansas. They've got Spot Hog Boonies. Great site, great people. They'll help you out, install it, whatever you need to do. If you got questions, they're great people to go talk to. They're not going to make you feel stupid for asking a question, or at least they don't me when I ask stupid questions. So can't recommend that place enough. Go check it out. So we're going to throw this on and get it sighted in. Step one, we've got to get this HHA off of here, off this pick mount. And I did check, I used a Boonie in the video. If you watch the video where we built this bow at Fishing Stuff Outdoors in Sherwood, Arkansas, we used a Boonie just to kind of check the paper tear and see if it mounted on this pick mount, because not all pick mounts are going to mount on this Darton pick mount apparently. So the Boonie did. So we're going to throw it on and get it sighted in, and it's a different wrench. So I'm getting a couple different bows this year, this spring, and I kind of envision this one as just a real deal deer hunter bow. Like, I'm going to shoot it in Shot 3D and tack, but I truly just envision this bow is going to be a really good hunting bow as well. Like, it's going to do a lot of things, but hunting is going to be one of them. My other bow, while it will get hunted, I don't know that it's going to be just a straight hunting bow like this one's going to be. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get on paper at 20, and then we've got to get a 20 mark, and then I've got to get my measurements from sight to peep and pin to peep with this new sight on, so that I can do a precision cut tape. Hopefully we can get a tape on there, and maybe we can take it out hunting in the next few days. So we got some late deer season. I got a few does that keep moving around that might want to get shot at. So anyway, let's go get this on paper. It's super bright out today, so if you're wondering just how accurate the Darton Tritech is, this is an arrow up yesterday when I shot it yesterday. Almost Robin Hooded it. I don't know how it's going to show up, but it's busted the carbon all down the side, split the nock. This arrow's trash. I only owned the bow for about 30 minutes yesterday, and apparently already blew an arrow up with it. So the thing is a shooter. Highly recommend you shoot one. We're just trying to get on paper here. We're kind of walking it in from, we're low right, so we're just kind of slowly bringing it up, and we're not even ready for 20 yards yet, but we're probably 17 or 16 here, and then we'll get on back to 20 and get it fine-tuned. I do like that on this Boonie they now also have put the what left and right is when you turn it, so they're all a little different, so it's nice to be able to look at it and know which way to turn it. And we're in the X. Man, that thing aims so good. They aim so good. The lighting is horrible for this, I'm sure, but it's got to get done. and it's fixing to be single-digit temperatures, so we got to do what we got to do. All right, so we backed it up 5 yards. See if we can get in the X's on this Vegas face, and then we'll go from there. Just a touch low. Tried to jump on that one a little bit. High on that one. See if that's me. Alright, that one's in the X. I'm going to pull those, do it again, see if we can get 2 or 3 consistently, and then we'll know 20 is spot on. That was not a good shot. I think that one's an X. Yellow fletchings with a yellow target face is not ideal. Now, in all reality, it's not a big deal where my 20-yard pin is. I'm not going to actually set anything to 20, but when I put this quick setup tape on from Precision Cut Archery, I will try to line up 20 yards. So let's look at just how accurate this bow is real quick. All right, so this was my first shot that I told you was a bad shot. Other than that, all 3 of these are 11 o'clock on the 10 ring. Like, how weird is it that each one of them is about 11, probably 11:30 if you're looking at it like a clock, just to the left of what would be straight up and down on the 10 ring. I don't think I've ever had a bow that was that accurate, that forgiving, as far as when the shot breaks, it lines up with, you can have 3 shots in a row that hit the exact same spot. All right, we're gonna go get our measurements and print a sight tape on Precision Cut, and then we'll be ready to stretch it out and actually see what she can do. We're starting all over. 29 3/4. One more shout out to Fish and Stuff Archery there in Sherwood. They have used bows. So if you're looking for a used bow, you're wanting to get into a bow and maybe you don't want to spend a ton, or you want to try some of these bows like this carbon bow here, but you don't want to spend the money, because I get it, they're stupid expensive. They have used bows there, and you might see this one there at a really good price. So it never hurts to stop in, see what they've got. I don't know that I'm going to hang on to 2 PSE carbon bows. I got another one over there, and this one, and this one, and I got another one coming. So I don't know that I necessarily need this exact one. So if you're looking for a discounted, really good bow that shot lights out at TAC and Shot 3D last year, you might reach out to Fish and Stuff and see what they got in the used market as well. So just something to think about. All right, so we've got our sight tape on our Spot Hog Boonie. This is just the quick start sight tape, just, you know, launch speed and altitude, and what else is there? Peep to pin, peep to arrow, just some of those measurements. And it just spits one out, tell you weight of the arrow, and it'll spit you out a quick set. It's pretty close. Now, once you get out to 70, 80, 100, it gets off. But really all I'm trying to do is, I want to get 40, like really good, out here in my yard of the shop. I think I can get 40 pretty well spot on. And it might be 41 or 42 on the sight tape, but then I'm gonna go and try to get 80. I'll have to load up everything, drive down the road, get an 80 mark, and get it spot on. And then I'll take that gap between the 40 and the 80 with a set of dial calipers, and I'll put that measurement into the software as well. And that's when you get a really precise sight tape. And that's when it'll be precise from 20 to 100. I think last year my bow on that PSE, it was pretty well dialed in and locked in all the way to about 110, and then like at 120 I was like a yard off or something like that. So really good setup. So this tape, I just printed paper and I just taped it down. It won't be on there. It won't be the one I use in the next week. So I'm just trying to get those measurements. The final one that I think will be like the good one, I'll print it on sticker tape and I'll peel the backing off and put the sticker tape on here, so it'll be a lot more permanent and ready to go. So let's go get 40 marked. Shoot pretty doggone good. So the second one was dead center. The first one I flinched a little bit. All right, so I'm not complaining about that a whole lot. We're shading left. We're all in the black. We got a few that are just right here dead center in the black. What I may do is move this up a little bit so I can get back in the shade a little more. Some money. A little high on that one. That one's me. Ooh, those are touching. So we got 5 arrows down there, all in the black. A couple of them are a little high. I know one of them I just hammered the trigger, and that's me. But I think 40 is pretty good, and that's just 40, whatever the sight tape is, just the quick setup sight tape. Normally that, when you do the quick setup, for me anyway, if you put it on at 20 to 50 is pretty good. But once you get out there, it does get a little bit off. So I think what we'll do is let's go see how she shoots at some distance, because I think 20 to 40 we're pretty well spot on. Yeah, so 5 of them in here. These two, I think these two were my first ones, and they're just touching dead center, and I don't know which one of these was my last one. It was one of these up here. All right, 3 at 60, 1 in the black, 2 just right. Height-wise, though, are pretty good still. Let's see where those are at. Yeah, those are good shots, just right, so. A few clicks right, we'll shoot one more, and we'll back up. We'll back up to 70. Maybe a little further, because we're actually pretty spot on. 74 yards. Kind of random, but it's where we ended up. 60, and I guess one of these is 73. I don't even know which one, but not a bad group. We're just a touch right. I gave it a few clicks. I wanted to clear this off so we could see where we were actually hitting, because I didn't know which ones were which, but that's not bad for 60 yards right out of the gate. I'll take that. Again, just made a few clicks, brought all them over. Can handle that. Those are touching. Touch high again. So I'm gonna back this to 78. Take a couple yards off. Let's just go pull these and start with a fresh piece of paper. All right, not the best group, but you can tell we just started up here and we're slowly cutting a yard off and cutting a yard off. And I don't know what the last one was that hit, because there's so many down here to know exactly, but it might be this one. So these two might have been, I think we went to 77 yards, was 80, so maybe 78 if it's those two. We're gonna go shoot again, obviously, and check it out, but it looks like I have busted another knock with this bow and arrow. So this was, holy smokes, that is 80 yards. So we were shooting, these top ones were 80, which is about 3 yards too hot. Nearly Robin Hooded another arrow, which sucks when it busts the carbon too. So the knock and the carbon, everything's toast. Whole arrow is toast. So that's 2 of them that are now trash. Freaking Darton making such an accurate bow. There was a good shot. I don't know which one where it hit, but So I know this one down here in the bottom right, I know that shot. I remember that one definitely breaking right. We're all just hitting a little left. Overall though, you know, these three and these two aren't just awful. These three, if they were in the middle, I'd be happy with that. So I may just give it a few clicks left. We got one more round. We're gonna shoot at this, and then maybe, I think we're close. I mean, we got a few flyers here and there, but the black dot's kind of our aiming point. If we're all touching the black dot, I'd call it good. Probably the final round for the day. I think it's my third time shooting at 80. We're pretty close. Not perfect, not by any means, but close. So we're gonna shoot 5 or 6 arrows here. Hopefully they're pretty tight, and then we'll go from there. But this is probably the last one for the day. Hopefully it's a tighter group. Well, that is a horrible way to end this. I just had some bad shaky shots. Just some pulling it, slamming these over here, this one, these two vertical ones. I was trying to play with taking a yard off, half yard off. Got some highs. If you just look at these, ignore all the others, they're not that bad. They're not as tight as I want them to be. They're not where I want them to be just yet, but they're not just that bad. I need to get them a little more comfortable with the bow, shoot a little more, maybe experiment with a little shorter draw length. But these two, those are punches if I've ever seen them. I think I did 77 is what I settled on. I started at 77. I think it was these 2 or 3 down here. Took a half yard off, and I think I got this one, added a yard back, got that one. Should have just stayed at 77 and went back to 77. I think these two plus some of these trigger punches. So it is what it is. It's just the first step in this process. It's a long process, but it's worth it. It's well worth it. So I'm going to consider 77 my 80 mark, build this new sight tape, put it on, and then I'm going to go and actually shoot various marks throughout the sight tape and see where we're at. All right, so we've got some marks on this. First time to really stretch it out. You know, some things I might change, some things that I kind of, my peep sight, my hand's a little bit lower. I might want to move my peep so I can really get into my jaw a little more and get a little more consistent anchor point. I'm not sure I'm going to have just the best clearance at 100 yards with this sight where it's at. So again, one of those things that I might tweak a little bit between now and then. The bow itself is a shooter. I mean, I've busted 2 HLRs just shooting, you know, groups, and the last one was at 80 yards. So I need to get the sight tape figured out and get it dialed in. So I think 77 is actually my 80 mark. So when I rerun that through the software, it'll print me out a sight tape that's hopefully a little more accurate. You know, 3 yards off at 80 is probably more going to be 5 yards at 90, and so on and so forth. So you can see how, you know, you need to get this really perfect and dialed and get it set up before you get out to a TAC or a Shot 3D event or something like that. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, stick around. We're gonna go print this new tape, throw it on, and get it set up. I'll see you at the next one. Hope you stick around and watch it. Leave a comment down below. If you're looking at Rambo bikes, use R Woods at checkout on your Rambo bikes. If you're looking for archery stuff in Arkansas, go check out Fishing Stuff in Sherwood, Arkansas. See you on the next one.